Hi guys, so today I'll be trying out this new collection here from Spellbinders. It is part of their new 'Tis the Season collection, and they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I would make a small commission if you were to purchase items to those links. Really sweet set. I work with some of the other 'Tis the Season items, and I just wanted to quickly go over these because I think I showed you them initially. But we have, what's the little pine cone here, we have the little like pine leaves, these little bells here, which I always love, and I always call them bells. I don't know if they have a specific name, but these are just so cute. They're so pretty. So on the same like vine here, or branch, you can put the little bells, you can put just the little dots, you can put the little dots in with your holly over here, you can play with it lots of different ways. We have a poinsettia kind of flower, and it has little leaves that would go along with that too. Again, play them up however you like. We have the flower, I wouldn't say leaf-like spray, but it's like a little branch. You have the smaller flowers that also have little flowers that would layer up on top of those if you want to do that, just for that added touch. Really, really cute. So just a really pretty versatile set. If you're seeing any of the samples that you might see there on Spellbinders, you'll see people have mixed, intermingled these with lots of cards because they're just really sweet. You can just add them to anything. So the other day I was going to make a card anyway. I was just in here kind of playing, and I already had folded this card, so I'm going to use this card. It's just the Spellbinders card base. So, and then I was going to make a like a Z-fold card, and so all I did was take, it's already folded for you, right, because it's a standard A2 size card, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So when you fold it, you have 4 1/4 by 5.5, and all I did was just take it and score it at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8 will make it exactly half of the 4 1/2, right? So score at 2 1/8 and just fold it back, and I kind of just hold it over here so it stays lined up really nice and straight, and then I kind of give it a bone fold then. So that's all I did with that. And so this is going to be a Z-fold, but it's still going to look like a regular card. It's kind of what I wanted it to look like it's still one solid face. So I have this embossed paper that I used just the other day, so all I did was cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to tuck that in here. We'll glue that down in just a minute. And then to make it look like it's a solid face, if I took 1/4 inch off all of this, it would be 5 1/4 by 1 7/8, but I don't want it to mat in here. I want it to actually just seamlessly kind of go from this paper to this side. So we're only taking off 1/8 of an inch, right? Because we don't want it to come off of this side. So it is 5 1/4 by 2. And that's it for that one. And then we're just going to glue these down, I think, just to get started. So we're going to do a lot of simple things that are already pretty much done for us, and that way we can focus on the die cutting of the little flowers. So I'll pop that down here, and wherever that ends up, that's pretty straight and centered. I'm basically going to play off of that for this part. And if you wanted to cover the front and the inside, we still have plenty of paper we can do that with, so you can definitely do that. Again, it would be basically the same size as this, or however you want to mat it. Again, I do want to get right to the edge with this one. And give it a little zhuzh so the glue gets right on that very edge. And just going to place it so it's about the same, right on that edge. We are going to cover this up a bit anyway, but for now that's what we're going to do. And then I have these pretty papers that I thought would make it very easy. This Crafter's Companion paper I have. I just pulled the sheet out of the pad. And you see it's a bunch of little already kind of designed toppers. And so I thought, oh, we can do that. We can put a sentiment and then put our little flowers. And as I was looking at that, I thought, okay, pair something up behind it. Okay, and sorry, I'm not sure where I was. I went to grab the dies that they were closer to me. So to put that little pre-made topper, I grabbed this beautiful die set. I believe this is the Romantic Chargeur, one of the dies in there, from Becca Feekin. And I'm just going to cut this out in gold, and just like this. So I'm going to do the insert, I'm going to do this, so it's all fancy and cut out and fun looking. And so I have some gold paper here that I'll do that with, some like gold, matte gold paper here. And whenever I do that, I just glue these things down. Glue them down. No, we don't glue them down. I tape them down. Oh, and just yesterday I cleaned up my desk area really well, and I took off all these little pieces of craft tape that I have stuck all over the desk because I like to reuse them, but I just found a couple. I just looked over and I'm like, hey, oh, that's right, I cleaned up. Okay, so I'm gonna run this through, and then I'm gonna simply choose one of these to trim out. You know, I'll select one and I'll just use my paper trimmer and cut it out, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have my pieces here. I have that, I have this little guy, and you know, I'm noticing this one, I think I'm going to trim off these side pieces because they'll just nestle in there. So I could leave it like that, but I think I'm just going to kind of eyeball and trim off these edges. And you know, I sit here next to a basket of scraps that I just kind of grab things when I need them. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this glimmering in there. And I'm like, you know, as beautiful as this is, I think I would like even better with some red glitter behind it. So I'm going to run through, because look at that. And that little red just kind of around there. And this guy on there. So I'm going to run just this outer dye through on this red glitter. And I will be right back. Okay, so here are little pieces. And look at that, even so by itself looks really nice. Okay, I'm going to glue these two together and hold it down and wait, because it is glitter, and sometimes it's a little more persnickety to glue stuff to it. You know what, these are some pretty fine lines around here, so what I'm going to do, try to get the glue all around the edges as well as I can, and just put a ton of glue on the back of my hand and get those little bits some glue. And this is not, you know, a holiday dye, but it's very pretty and opulent, and that's kind of what I associate with the holidays. I don't know why I say kind of, that is what I associate with the holidays, or playful. I guess it just depends what you want to go for. Alright, I'm going to hold this down and let that set up. If there's any glue that comes out, I'll just kind of try to clean it up as I see it. I'll be back. Okay, let's just see what this is looking like right now. It's going to be something like that. And then we're going to add our little dimension, our little flowers and things. Be really sweet. So, I do have some different colors, and you know, I was about to toss this out because I was cleaning, you know, after I was waiting for that to dry. I thought, oh no, I could use this. So we will hold off on that. But you know, you can take that and just cut out different things. You want to put some leaves on here, some flowers. I just grabbed some scraps that are here next to me in my basket. So, you know, maybe I'll cut out some of these. I'm just going to cut out a whole bunch of things, and if I use it, great. If not, I'll use it for another project. So we have those, maybe this guy. I have a different shade of green that we can cut out. You know, some of these guys, a few of those, maybe this. So again, I'll just do a mishmash of those kind of things. For the little pine cone, I would like to try and use it, so I have two different browns. I think I will put the light brown underneath, so I'll cut one just of the light brown like that, and then with the dark brown with the insert. Again, taped together so that they don't move when I run it through. I have some burgundies and some red. I just grabbed a bunch of different things, as you can see. I'll do a set of flowers, the poinsettias and the burgundy, and let's do the little guys also in burgundy, and then the topper in like the bright red. Yeah. And for that one, maybe we'll do these in little bright red dots, and I'll leave those for another day. Okay, I'll run all these different things through and I'll be back. So I have several pieces here. Oh, look at that. So cute. And so what I'm going to do is kind of situate everything so I can have a good look at what I have going and how I want to do it. Maybe I'll bring some other pieces in, but for now I think this will do it because it's kind of a small area. I'm going to put some flowers here and there. So I think I have plenty of stuff to play with. So cute. Okay, and then these little guys, I kind of left these for the end, just so that I wouldn't misplace any of them. And here we have these and these. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and layer up things that need to be layered up. So like those little guys. So I'll close up just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'll put like the smallest amount of glue. And then I'll bring over these guys. Oh, something else I want to stick on there too. There we go. So I'll layer that up. Oh. And then, cute. I made 6, I only need 5 for this part. You know, glue these guys in place also. Just in the center, I don't really want them to be completely stuck down. And, you know, as I look at them, just wondering if I should layer them up a certain way or not. Yeah, just like that's fine. And then I'll glue these together. Probably put some glue on the back of my hand and glue that. And I think that's everything that needs to be kind of layered up in these guys. So I'll just put a little glue in the center here. Oh, these feel so nice. And we can off-center them or put them right above each other, however you like to do it. Okay, I'll be right back. So I'll put my little piece to the side. I'll bring this back. And I think I'll go ahead and start kind of assembling this. So what I'm going to do is glue this to this side. And I'm going to put it right down the center. Since this has a shape, I can pretty much see where the center would be. Sometimes I put the glue on this instead. Oh, I forgot that I'm super close. Let me back up a little bit. And I'm just using my die cut piece to kind of help me center it, because it's like there's a little divot right there. Help me do that. And on this guy, I'm going to stick him down with some foam adhesive. So I'm just going to lay some pieces like across here to really get that down. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to line this with some foam adhesive. Okay, so I'm just taking this off of here. And pop this little guy up on here. Alright, so now we can just kind of look and see what we want to do. Definitely use this pine cone. Some of the little leaves. Move some of the flowers down here. Because I want this other flower to be the other focal point, so like up at the top. You know, I'm just kind of playing with it for now. Definitely this guy. And he looks like he wants to go up this way. And he can go off the page too, that's really cute. Off into, you know, this other area. And of course we want some leaves behind here somewhere, so I'll tuck these in somewhere in there. Just behind the poinsettia. Maybe in there. Yeah, something like that. Do have this little guy. Now, of course, like I said, I don't have to use everything, but this does have more of a pine cone feel, right? Something like that, just kind of playful. And then, like I said, I have extra leaves, but I think I will not use those right now. Okay, so I'm going to start sticking things down. And it may be that the pine cone is going to be flat. I was thinking about popping up the pine cone and maybe that little guy, but I think it's okay since we have so much dimension. And whenever I stick down leaves and stuff like that, I do it very loosely. I don't really try and stick them down completely. Like that. Let me see. They're just kind of piled in there. It looks really cute. There. Trying to see if I can glue this down without putting some dimensional. Here, there we go. Okay, and then this top one, I'm just going to put some glue down. That's another way to do it. It's going to be in here. Yep, and I just put glue kind of on the surface, and that really worked out. I'm going to let this set up a little bit, and I'm going to bring some little rhinestones. And then, you know, they actually still have this pack on Spellbinders' site. It's just the die cuts, but they also have the, I guess it depends on when you're watching this, but they also have the actual card kit that this came from. But, you know, the die cuts themselves are just a few dollars. So there are lots of die cuts in here, and I kind of already picked this one out. And I brought in this one on purpose because of the blue with the gold. I just thought it was really pretty. Of course, it goes back with the Christmas tree and everything else, so I think that's what I'm going to use as my sentiment. I will pop that up. Let me grab my rhinestones and I'll be right back. I have these sets. I have the gold mix of the Color Essential gems, and these are crystal gems. They're like glass, so they have a lot of reflection. They're really pretty. And I think I'm going to use the gold ones today. But they do have some new colors, I think red and blues. I think there's 4 new colors. But I'll put the links for them in case you're interested in those too. And I'm kind of, well, oh, that's so interesting. Because I was like, I love that they have all these different sizes. I don't know if you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes. Because this little flower, I want to put one in there, and you know, if you had this bigger one, it might not work out, but these little micro ones are so cute for that. So I was thinking about using these deeper colors because of that burgundy. But you know what? That just pops that gold in the back too. All right, we'll go with that. We'll go with these deeper. I mean, sorry, the lighter, brighter gold. The other one's more of a metal, like metallic look. Oh, so pretty. And then, like I said, little guy right here. And maybe the mid size for this guy. Alright, and then I have my sentiment here. And I'll just take the back off of that. I mean, and you can even put this on the inside of the card. I mean, there's so much on this outside. Oh, wow. Now I think about putting it over here. I was going to put it right in the center. That looks pretty too, though. I'll put it right in the center just because that's what I was going to do initially. Oopsie. I don't really push down until I'm happy with where I placed something. So it needs to be up a little bit on this side. Something like that. A little bit higher up. And there's that, guys. So again, just some simple die cuts so that we can focus on piecing our little bits together, but they worked up really easy. And look how pretty. I just love how delicate they are because of that little, the way they just join in the center very delicately. So it just makes a really delicate, beautiful flower. Look at that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. A really sweet, simple set to play with that we can just kind of potpourri sprinkle in here and there. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. And I'll have some images for you guys. I'll have the links in the description box. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.